Hello everyone, Sarah Breitlander here with KRAIN Real Estate, and you guys know us, we're always talking about real estate in the area, but today we're going to do something different because I've had so many of my clients ask us and friends, what is the Mardi Gras? What is the Flamingo Mardi Gras? Why is it in Costa Rica and not in New Orleans? So we're going to do a video on that today, and there's no better person to talk about the Mardi Gras other than our KRAIN agent, Jeff Good. So thanks for joining us today, Jeff.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
So Jeff's obviously a super valued member of the KRAIN family here. Our clients love him, but he's also really active in the community and particularly in the Mardi Gras. So I thought you'd be the perfect person. Thanks for making time for me. I know how busy you are.
You're welcome. It's going to be a busy day.
It's going to be a busy day because the festivities are kicking off today.
They start today.
Okay, excellent. So, what is the purpose of this Mardi Gras and why is it in Costa Rica?
So we are an officially recognized crew outside of New Orleans, and our purpose for everyone is local charities to support children, senior citizens in the area. So we raise funds, typically about $10,000 to $15,000 a year, to support the local charities.
Awesome, awesome. And 100% of those proceeds, no cost are taken out, nothing. 100% of those proceeds go to the local charities.
Correct, yeah. We have no administrative costs. We have no cost of any type. All money goes to a charity.
Yeah, that's great, that's great. And how long has this been around?
So we are in our 18th year. We did not have one during COVID, but it's still the 18th year that we've been having this. So it's a great tradition here in Flamingo.
Yeah, it is, it is. And what are the, obviously, for those of you that follow this channel or just follow Costa Rica generally, you know, there's always a need everywhere in the world, but particularly here, you know, we're in a rural area of Guanacaste, and there is a need. And so, what kind of things do the funds from the Mardi Gras go toward?
Sure. So we do a senior center every year. We help the local senior center in Santa Cruz. Mm-hmm. We help children's charities. We put a new roof on a church a couple of years ago. Mm-hmm. We've helped rebuild an orphanage in the area. So there's a lot of different things. We also support another great charity, Abriendo Mentes, which does a lot of learning English and computer skills for children and adults. Mm-hmm. So it goes to a lot of different things.
Yeah, it's kind of a variety. You know, I think really the community just looks at who's in need, what do they need. Does this particular person need a wheelchair? Does the senior citizens home need supplies?
Correct.
I know one year they helped basically refurbish an entire school. They redid the kitchen and many of the classrooms in La Garita, just because there was a need. There's no red tape, there's no administrative, nothing, so it's really easy to just pick out a need, raise money, and support that cause, which I think is really great.
And the local community helps to decide where those go. So the people who put on the Mardi Gras, the charities petition us for funds, and we sit down and we go through how much money we have, and we go give out money to as many as we possibly can.
That's great. That's great. And so who's we? Like, who's kind of behind the Flamingo or the Mardi Gras?
Sure. So like every mystic crew in Mardi Gras has mystics behind it. So it's actually crew members that are a secret society, and those members put on the Mardi Gras. So they put on a particular, in Mardi Gras in New Orleans, they actually put on a particular parade or a particular fundraising event, and they have their own members. Here, Flamingo has its own members as well, and those are the ones who put everything on.
Excellent, excellent. And as Jeff said, you know, it's supposed to be, it's put on by the mystics, but the mystics don't really identify themselves because, quite honestly, it's not about them, right? It's about the cause that they're raising charity for. But it is comprised just generally of people who own homes in the area who want to be involved and give back to the community.
Local business owners.
Local business owners is a big one. And it's just great. It's another way to be involved and also get to know your neighbors and also have fun. Okay, so we know what the purpose of it is. We know kind of who's behind it. What are the festivities, and give us the rundown.
Sure.
Because it's not just one day.
Yeah. No, this is a 3 days of festivities. So today starts, the king and queen arrive from the Isle of Mirth today by boat. Okay. So they arrive into Costa Rica by boat.
As is tradition.
As is tradition, and they declare it Mardi Gras. and we have a poker run and a king and queen pub crawl. So we go to 5 of our local bars or restaurants that are members.
So the king and queen, and then the whole community who's there to welcome them when they get off the boat at the first restaurant. Of course, here we all have all these beach restaurants.
Absolutely.
And then basically everybody gets together and does a little pub crawl with a poker run.
With a poker run. So 50% of that poker runs goes to the local charity. And then each one of the establishments that day donates some money to the charities as well.
Okay.
And so that helps raise part of that money.
Okay.
And at the end, 50% of the money raised through the poker run goes to the charities too.
Awesome. So that's just another fundraising method.
Absolutely.
Okay, and then so what happens the next day?
So Saturday, when everybody can
Because you see a bunch of crazy people, right? Hence the beads. I mean, you see, this is the minimum of it. I mean, this is just scratching the surface. This weekend and for these days, you're going to see a lot of craziness in the area, but fun craziness.
So once we all crawl out of bed on Saturday and have a coffee, 5 in the afternoon, starting at Marie's in Flamingo, we have what we call the drag walk. It used to be the drag race, but most of us are getting too old to run anymore.
And it's hot.
So we do
and there could be alcohol involved.
quite a bit. So we have turned it into a drag walk, which encourages more participation, which helps us raise additional funds too. At each of the 6 stops, people will also donate money to charities.
And that's in Flamingo. So the poker run is in like Potrero, Flamingo.
Correct.
But the actual drag race or drag walk is in Flamingo.
Yeah, today we'll start at Marie's. We'll go to Amigos Tacos y Beer, to Angelina's, to a beach house tent on the beach from a beach house restaurant, a shack restaurant tent on the beach, Margaritaville, and back to Marie's. And each place, Moosehead Beer has actually donated the beer for today.
That's awesome. And I remember we were heavily involved last year, and Jeff's right. It used to be like a drag race. So you basically dress up like the opposite sex or whatever you want to dress up like. Quite honestly, we've seen jokers and we've seen jesters and we've seen Roger Rabbits. I mean, whatever you want.
I was an angel last year, so yes.
Yeah, and it was not a pretty sight, to be quite honest. I still have the mental image in my mind. But it is a great way for us to get together and make light of each other and in the process raise money, right? But I remember it used to be a drag race, but yeah, you'd basically go and you have like an activity. So the participants would run, but it's warm in Costa Rica and Flamingo's kind of hilly, so it was kind of taxing. So last year, and then chug a beer in all the places. It did not end well. So last year it was more of a walk, and I loved it because all the community came out because everyone can do the walk. And so then it became this really great, just all the community members out, great family, lots of hugs, lots of love. I just remember a ton of love and camaraderie, and it just made me so happy, And the tourists have no idea what's going on. They're like, what is happening? But they love it, and then sometimes they get involved, so it's just a really great way. So that's the next day, okay, and then there's a day of rest, I assume.
There's a day of rest, and then the Mystics of Flamingo actually have Monday to help plan the parade and everything, so they have meetings, and then Tuesday is the parade.
Just like the Mardi Gras in New Orleans.
Just like the Mardi Gras parade, we anticipate about 25 to 30 floats this year. It's usually golf carts, trucks, cars
that are decorated,
Jeeps, tuk-tuks, whatever anybody can find. We're going to have Barber's Animal Rescue.
If you don't know what a tuk-tuk is, look it up. It's awesome. And those are sometimes in the parade.
Yeah, and that's one of the most fun times because, all the kids get to come out and be on the floats with mom and dad and with friends. And then the local kids are out in force. So we have a truck running around all weekend this weekend, all the way till Tuesday, announcing about the parade. So the locals will come out. And everybody gets to throw beads and candy and prizes and everything out to the local kids. And they follow it for 1.5 miles all the way up and down.
I love it too because it is an amazing way for the expat community to mingle with the local community and vice versa. Absolutely. And it's really amazing to see everyone come together like that. So yes, businesses, for example, KRAIN will put 2 trucks in the parade this year to support their business. And then because it's just such a small community, you'll see sometimes kids and all the kids in their class just in the float, and they'll throw beads and throw candy. And also we've had local kids with traditional dancing in their Guanacaste dresses and the bobbleheads. So that local culture is included in this parade too, which is pretty cool.
We always have a marching band or at least a drum line that comes through from
the
a
local
school.
schools.
We do spend some money with those. We pay the local school for transportation. We pay them for their band to come in. We pay the bobbleheads. But everybody who participates in the parade besides them, that's another fundraising activity, is we all pay for our floats for each
That's
event.
right. Every business pays to put a float in. It's not free, and then that goes to charity too, which we're all
And
happy
then
to do.
each one of the Flamingo Mystics members actually pay a membership fee as well to help raise additional funds.
That's a donation.
Correct.
Yeah, excellent, excellent. Also, every year there's a king and queen of Mardi Gras. I happen to be sitting with the king of this year's Mardi Gras, which quite honestly is way overdue. I'm surprised you haven't been king before.
Well, my queen Deborah decided to bite the bullet this year and say, I'm going to do it.
She's been
Fine,
resisting.
Let's just get it done. Just rip the Band-Aid off.
Well, the community's so very excited. It couldn't have went to just better people than Jeff and his wife Deb, and honestly, just great supporters. So, am I missing anything about the Mardi Gras?
No, I think that's it. We want to invite everybody to come out, participate,
Yeah.
enjoy. We will have 50-50 raffles to help raise additional funds. We will actually end up this year at Angelina's and have live music there as well on Friday night. So Stephanie
Excellent.
Waltrip will be there singing.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
it'll be a great night tonight,
Yeah.
but the
Yeah.
entire weekend is family friendly, and come out and enjoy.
Yeah, it's one of those really rare events where all the local come. Like I remember from last year, I was like, I think I saw everybody in the community.
Yeah.
You know, it was really cool, and it's kind of our annual get together and party.
Yep,
So all
it
for a
is.
good cause.
Yeah. Great causes.
Yep. All right. Thanks for watching, guys. Let us know if you have any questions. Make sure you subscribe to our channel just to learn more about Flamingo, Potrero, Tamarindo, the Guanacaste region in general. All right. Ciao for now. Pura vida.
Pura vida.